Welcome back to Thursday 6 o'clock show, where we've been hearing from actor and voiceover artist Feargal Drew. So far tonight, former Irish rugby internationals John Hayes and Fiona Steed have deserted us. They've gotten a better offer, beef apparently. So
instead of muffins,
they're gone. They're gone.
Now the sixth offer though is a man who has all the answers if you're looking for love. It's professional matchmaker Feargal Harrington.
Hello, Feargal.
Hello there. How are you?
Now we have to talk about this. I love talking about matchmaking, getting people together, all that kind of stuff. But you're of the opinion that loneliness could be the next big public health issue in Ireland.
It definitely is. They're saying now it actually is causing more deaths than cancer in Ireland, and cardiovascular diseases, stress-related illnesses, lots of things are
like research is being done into this by
Mercer
doctors.
research, report.
How would it be caused? Is it that people who live on their own aren't looking after themselves, or
less likely to be as health conscious a lot of the time? It can be heart issues, cholesterol, it can be lack of exercise, lots of things they say contribute to. We're not doctors, but based on the research that is there from the professionals.
They're living in social isolation, that
yes,
not involved in anything.
People can be very lonely in the urban areas in
Limerick
and Galway, but it can be even more, I suppose, accentuated in the rural parts. But there's 2 million single people in this country, which is startling for a country of 4.7 odd million.
Hold on, are we talking about 5-year-olds? It's okay, they're single, right?
No, we're not.
Fine,
no, 1.55 million unattached, unmarried, and 418,000 separated and divorced based on the last census. But that's just of the 418,000 people who have said that they're separated and divorced. There's a lot of occasions where Bridie is still living with Tom, but in separate quarters of the house.
Okay.
That's very difficult. That causes huge issues, and emotional, trauma. But I suppose people as well, they just feel that there can be a bit of a stigma attached to discussing it. So we don't really openly talk about loneliness and the fact that I want to meet someone. It's all very well and good to say that maybe I'm going onto an app or whatever, because you're not really truly invested in it. But if you really want to meet someone, people don't want to put themselves out there because they feel they're being vulnerable, and if it doesn't work out, then it reflects badly on them. So I suppose it's all about creating a bit of a dialogue and discussion and letting people know it's not a bad thing to say that you're looking to meet someone.
Thank God I've got a partner. Oh my God, this is so complicated. Yeah. It has been revealed, so many people are on dating apps, and it has been revealed on an app that I think was Tinder that a certain sort of a job will get you dates more than something else.
Well, profession is one of the biggest deal breakers. In where we are in Intro, we have to actually decline more people than we take on. I don't mean that to sound very negative, but I mean it's all about managing expectations. So a number of women, for every one woman in Ireland who is a professional who has third level education, there's actually only 0.6 of an equivalent man. So the one-for-one counterpart doesn't exist. So we'll always get a lot of women calling up saying, well, I've got a PhD from Trinity and I've got a master's from UCD, so therefore my equivalent, my counterpart, must have the same level of qualifications.
But they're never going to find somebody.
No, the one-for-one doesn't exist. But as we always say,
0.6% of a man, 0.4% of a cat. Grand.
This is
totally
it.
Work.
But sure, we have to say, look, Tom may have started his own business, left school at 15 and be a massively successful entrepreneur. We need people to give them the benefit of the doubt and, a time and a chance.
So then do you just have to go cop onto yourself in a nice way to be like, would you look beyond statistics?
And a lot of the time it might be the people who have the most academic achievements that might have slightly less of the social awareness or life experience. So it's so important just to, I suppose, check yourself. If things aren't working, and if you're looking around for years and years and years and you're doing the same thing and it's not working, just change things up.
Okay.
So women are looking for firefighters, teachers, or interior designers.
Well, now, the office was very surprised by the interior designer thing, but the only reason that we can come up with is that women want to know that the guy can actually dress himself and look after himself.
With wallpaper?
Other than that, the firefighter thing, he works out and all the rest, but also women are looking for guys who will be able to look out for them, make them feel safe, make them feel that they're being looked after in general. So it can be a caring thing, whereas the guy is looking for sometimes nurses. It's not that they want to be looked after.
We've got down
older,
here dancers, nurses, business development managers as well.
That's just another way of saying sales, and so many people are in sales. I think the guys will think, well, if she's in sales and she's bubbly and she's got a great personality, she looks after herself, she probably dress well, she has to meet and greet people. I think that might be...
And she can help organise my life, because I can't organise it.
Well, this is it, yeah. A lot of men, we do like being minded, you see. So that's why a lot of the guys rebound very quickly after a breakup, because they like being looked after.
Feargal, right, OK.
Here it comes.
No.
What's this?
You and your partner, Sue Collins of the Nulas, you're in the same creative industry. Do you think that does help the partnership, that you both understand each other? Or were you going out there going, I'm going to grab myself a comedic actress?
No, not at all, no. It's just coincidence, really. I suppose we've a lot in common.
Yeah.
And it's worked out really well because, you know, Sue kind of totally gets the fact that I'm gone. If I'm doing an 8-week run in the Abbey or somewhere like that, that I'm gone every day at about 5:30 and I won't be back till 3:30 in the morning. Sorry, no, half. But what do you call it? And likewise, Sue's on at the moment in the Viking in Clontarf with Dirtbirds.
Yeah.
Yes.
With Sinead Colbert, with they're starting a new show. And so she's been writing that. So she's been kind of absent for the last while. So I've been doing the mummy and daddy bit with the kids.
So it's kind of
you know,
tag.
Yeah.
with varying degrees of success. You know, you'd have to.
That's what happens.
Oh, there they are there.
There they are there.
Hey, okay.
But like that, you know, you kind of understand, and it's a partnership, and you're talking about managing expectations, Feargal.
Yeah.
So if someone's at home right now and they're looking for love, what should they be doing?
I suppose if they have tried online or if they have tried other avenues and it hasn't worked out for a long period of time, maybe address that. Just check to see what their profile is. Check to see if they're being too demanding. Check to see if what they're looking for does sound outrageous. If they're really close friends, ask them and confide in them. Am I being realistic? Am I just barking up the wrong tree here? But go out and date. Do something. Try something different. Be open to looking at the person and not the actual profession. Be willing to travel. An awful lot of Irish people aren't willing to travel. They say, I live in Tralee. Do you have women in Tralee? We say, yes, Paddy, but it doesn't mean that the women in Tralee are right for you right now. So, but he doesn't want to move out of his, set.
Okay, yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
whereas Circa will ring from D4 saying I work in Davies and I work 12-hour days and I only want to meet a guy in D2 or D4 or D6. So, but there's about 2 or 3 times more women in urban areas than men because women spend longer in education and therefore there's more women pocketed in cities. So if Circa isn't willing to travel outside of D4 or D2, Circa's going to have a really hard time finding the love of her life. So it's all about be willing to travel, be open-minded in terms of looking at the individual.
Okay. All right. To find out more, intro.ie.
That's it.
Okay, and just remember, Mr. or Mrs. Right is not going to knock on your door, so you need to do something.
We're all getting in the car,
All right,
lads.
Feargal, thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Don't go anywhere. After the break, I'll be heading up to the Sixth Kitchen where Aisling Larkin will be baking some delicious muffins.
I'm going to go too then. All right.
Yeah.
We'll also be watching out for all your wedding wardrobe malfunction stories. Keep sending them to us. 083 360 60 60, and we'll see you in just a few minutes.